Hey everyone, this is GOL from Productions², and I'm back to continue the devlog number 4 for Space Crusade. So yesterday we were setting up the stuff to get working on the battle processing for our testing kind of thing, and we just gotten everything in and got it set up so that it was any issues were either fixed or commented off as far as what's going to be used and what's not going to be used. We're just getting ready to get in here and actually do some coding. Because there's going to be a lot of coding needed to make this thing ready to actually be used, because it's still not quite complete. To that end, we got to figure out what the hell we have, what we don't have, and everything else in between. So let's close off these. We're going to start with battle processing, because that's the main function we're going to have, our main class that's going to be used here. We'll have a pseudo menu at the beginning, or in the main file, that'll use the battle menu from, or that'll you'll use to initiate certain types of battles, or that I'll use actually to initialize certain types of battles that I choose, and then we'll test them from that way. But first we got to figure out if what we have to do to get this working. So we got our arrays, hostile array, global variables. We don't need, well, no, I guess that's not global variable. What the hell? I don't know why I said global for. They're not global, they're class members. They're getting initialized. If they were global, they'd be out here, where these are. Alright. The battle loop. So what are we... Okay, we need to pass player through here. So mPlayer, hostiles, mPlayer, and another mPlayer. Okay. I don't know why. I guess we do for... Let's see, we don't actually need it, do we? No, we don't. So actually we don't need to put it in the initializer thing here, so we can take it out of whatever we just added at this one. Don't need that one there. We'll take it out of the header file too. So hinit, this one. Take that out of there. Don't need it. Okay. So battle park, battle loop. What is the ship bool for? Do I even have it in here? Bool ship. Okay, so it's pass through. Oh, I see. So, in other words, if it's a ship battle or a planet battle. Gotcha, that's what that means. So, to do. Insert battle loop code. Things taken into account. Check if ship is disabled. Destroy checks. Disable timer checks or iteration timer value. Return. Checking how many entities are on each team. So the battle loop is really our first area where there's a lot of stuff to really work on. So start ship battle. So this is for hostile target. So I guess what we'll do is even when there's not more than one enemy, we'll still have them on the hostile team. That way we don't have to make two ship sections. One for team, one for with the team, one for without a team. We'll also do the same with the player class too. So there should be one. If hostile is less than one, yeah, see. We need to change how that works. Okay, so let's walk through this and see how the hell this works. Obviously, see, we already have two things done here. We need to go through and figure out how to merge these two correctly. Targets undefined. That's supposed to be H target. I'll open up message proc real quick. Gotta fix that typo. Yeah, there it is. Alright. So, if hostiles equal 1, and if hostiles, that should be greater than 1. So let's see, this is the single enemy, and then the other one's a multi, so we need to figure out how to make this work for both multi and single. Okay. Alright, so well, it starts out the same by printing the status and then determining who attacks first. So, as long as the player has less initiative than the hostile ship, and the hostile ship's disposition is hostile, obviously, they get to attack first. And now the other way around, if the player has more initiative than the hostile team, then the hostile team attacks second. And as long as the hostile, as long as the player has attacked, I may turn to something else because it's going to be as long as the player has had their turn. Trying to figure out what all this stuff is for. Haven't looked in here for a while. For instance, where the hell is continue used at? P continue. I don't see that anywhere in here. Let's see. We should probably just recode this. So I'm not really sure how we could do this correctly. It'd probably be best just to recode it. So we'll recode it and then we'll go back there and delete it, just so I can have all the menus and functions that are called here, so I can tell what we're supposed to be doing with this. So what we're going to say is, as long as hostiles is greater than 1, or no, as long as hostiles is greater than 0. And what we're going to do is, what is hostiles anyway? What is it? What kind of variable is it? Is it an int? I don't even see it listed here. What the hell? Definition. Oh, it's an int. But it's okay, so it is done there. Okay, hostiles is an int. So what we're gonna do is, let's see, we got random in here. Yes, we do. Good. What we need to do is we need to say, okay, we need to determine first. Determine if one or more ships. And the way we're going to do this is through a function that we'll call, what do we call it though? Or actually we already have those up here, don't we? The stuff here, initialize. Get number of hostile ships. Let's see, go to definition. Okay, yeah, here we go. But this is kind of, you know, ridiculous to have it be a hard-coded thing. You should be able to be attacked at any point in time. So what we'll do though is we'll have 3 different tiers. We'll have the below 30 tier, the 31 to 60, and then the else. And below 30 or equal to 30, you'll have a much harder chance of running into more than one ship. And even harder chance, well, running into 2 ships, and even harder chance running into 3. For this one, it'll be slightly more for 2, slightly, just a tiny bit more for 3, and this one will be about equal parts 2 and 3. So let's go back up here. Let's take that out of there. Okay, so back down, and let's see. So let's add a new variable here. Hostile dead counter for team encounters. We're going to take that team encounter thing off of there. We're going to take this one off, so we no longer need that one. Okay, I'll figure out why we need these later. I'm not sure why we had to do all that, but I'm sure it's necessary. And if not, we'll strip it out. Okay, so these will actually move to, let's just make a note here, move to damage class. Because that's all going to be taken care of by the damage class now. This is just processing the battle as it goes through. The damage class will do processing of damage and sending that around to where it needs to go to. So back over here, we need to say int, let's see what to call it. Let's say battle size. Variable for random during enemy team size selection. So, crap, I just forgot what it was already. Battle size, okay. Battle size equals random. And we'll say random 1 to 1000. So a single ship battle will be if battle size is greater than or equal to 1, or no, not or, we want to go and. If we do or, then it could be, if it's higher than 1, then it'll go off. We want to say and because I want it to be between a range. So, and battle size is less than or equal to 600. HT number 1. Or to say H number. I think I took out HT. Actually, let's call it hostiles. Hostiles equals 1. Alright. Else, if close that off. Battle size is greater than or equal to 601. And battle size is less than or equal to 800. And we'll say 900. So you have a just trying to figure out what the percentages would be here. So you have a 60% chance of running into one enemy hostile. You have a 30% chance of running into a two ship team for the enemy side, and you have a 10% chance of running into a 3 ship battle when you're below level 30 or equal to level 30. That sounds about right. Hostiles equal 2. Else if battle size 1 and battle size is less than or equal to or is equals yeah, less than or equal to 1,000. Hostiles equals 3. So 60% chance, oops, of 1-on-1 battle. %30 chance of 2-on-1 battle. 10% chance of 3-on-1 battle. And that's how it's going to work with this here. We'll just keep on adding them in this way. So we'll just go ahead and just copy this, as a matter of fact. So now, with this level, we want to decrease the amount of chance you have for a 1-on-1 and increase the chance for a 2-on-2 and a 2-on-1 and a 3-on-1. Well, let's not. I'll say 3 of a 1 hostile, but let's just say 1 hostile, because it won't necessarily be a 1-on-1 if you have a if you have wingmen with you. So. We'll change that to just hostile instead of on 1. Alright, so we had 60 before. We're going to move that down to 50. Nah, 40. Let's go 30. So this will be 300. Let's say 45% chance. So we'll have to go through a 1 to 7. 45. And then 745 to 1,000. So that's going to be a 25% chance. Or 35. Oh, no, 25, yeah, 25%. Because that'll make 70% and then 30 is 100. So, and else if mPlayer.get CE level is greater than 60. The max CE level is going to be like somewhere in the upper hundreds, maybe 200. Battle size, let's see, so I want to have a 10% chance. Now let's go 15. 1 to 150. 151 to 600, and then 600 to 1,000. So that's going to be 40. So 40 and 15, that's going to be 55, so we need to have 45. That's what this one would be. No, that's going to be 50. That'd have to be a 50. That should be 30 then. Alright, so these aren't the actual percentages, they're just what I think they are, so don't pay any attention to them. That's just a general idea of how likely they are to occur, not what the actual percentage chance of them is occurring. Alright, end battle. So this assumes, this only goes, I think, if the player is not dead. So if not escaped, if you escape, you don't get anything. Oops, that's on the wrong side. You know, we really need to pass the hostile too. Hostile args. How do we pass it through to damage? Oh, our hostile args, the brackets are on the other side of args. Duh. No wonder. Now we're at this one, right? Alright, so what we need to do now is we need to do for loops. So, and the reason is because we need to go through the hostile array and add up all the rewards for killing those ships. Let's add that to our end battle thing here, though. Hostile args. So, for I equals 0, as long as I is less than hostiles, I plus plus. Alright, so what we want to do now is say h team I dot okay, so we don't have okay, so we got these. We need to add, though, to hostile a way to get experience from them. So, another int here, int hostile CXP reward. And we need to add an int get CXP reward. Get CEXP. And what's going to happen with these now is let's go to hostile.cpp. When you destroy a ship, you get to, essentially loot its cargo. What's going to happen, I don't even have those in here yet, what's going to happen though is that you're only going to get a certain amount of resources back. You're not going to get everything that they had, but you'll get a certain percentage of them back. That'll be determined just on a random basis. So we need to add the random to here now that I think about it. Include random.h. Alright, so also need to add data system. I'm not sure why I'm doing underscores on these. I shouldn't. I should just be doing it how I did it on the other one, so I can just copy paste everything right back over. It makes more sense that way. That's stupid of me. So here's what we do. I'm going to say entire solution. Find msg underscore proc and replace with msg proc. Find battle proc and replace with battle proc. Find data system and replace with data system. DA system, huh? Does that also do that for this? So it's the entire solution. Yeah, okay, cool. Really quick, close all but this. Actually, we'll close that too. What we're going to do is, damn, I'm going to make sure we open up into the, open folder in Windows Explorer, close this. Actually, we should be able to rename them without having to worry about the file name, the extensions being different. Yeah. Okay, go back down here. Data system, rename. Rename. Alright. So don't have to worry about having to name any of the declarations or anything when we move it back over. I don't know why I did it that way, but easy to fix. Alright, back into here. Centralization, battle proc. Oh, really? So we need to take these out and re-add them? Damn, that sucks. Header files, add from existing items, data system, message processing. Same thing here, from existing item. What is it? Shift-Alt. Oh, okay, Shift-Alt-A. Attach from existing items. No, we don't want that. We need these, and this. Add. Good. So, hostile. Oops. Battleproc.h data system. I don't think we'll need that just yet. Hostile h battleproc hostile. Okay. So we were in the process of adding in XP rewards and such. Not sure, I was working on adding in data system because there's a reference for it down here. Need a reference, I mean. Or whoops, it should be the other way around. Data system DS. Alright. So. Int hostile gets alright, we have to do another thing here. Float or you know what? No, we'll use a declaration for this. Well, no. No, yeah, we'll have declarations for the levels of stuff you can get back, but the declarations will be chosen by a random, so no, yeah, that's how we'll do it. Define scrap level 1 0.15, so that's 15% scrap. Define scrap level 2 0.25 and define scrap level 3 0.40. And these won't be hard coded in the final version of this. I'll probably have a settings file or something somewhere that we can use to either set this yourself or maybe have like a console where you can set it from, but have it be sliding value for difficulty. So back down here, I'm going to say our storage variable for random. So our storage equals random 1 to 100. So if our storage is greater than or equal to 1, and our storage is less than or equal to 40, return hzarn times scrap level 1. So, for example, say we had 300 Zarn on board the enemy ship that we destroyed, so we had 300 times, we said 0.15, So you get 45 of that 300 back. Yeah. Now, if it was 20, oops, 25, I mean, you get a fourth of it back. So you get 75, and of course then if you got the last one, the hardest one, which is 0.45, you get 135. Essentially like that. That's how it would work. It's a sliding value that randomizes the amount of resources you get back, so it's not the same every time. Else if our storage is greater than or equal to 41, and our storage is less than or equal to 75, return h_zarn times scrap level 2. And then else if I don't like to just do an else, because if for some reason the random gets messed up or doesn't work correctly, then or somehow produces a wrong value or something, then scarp, yes, scarp, super carp, produce the wrong value, then you get this automatically, and it just creates too many bugs. So I feel that absolutely defining everything instead of having an else catch all everything else kind of thing is better off. And then if it doesn't find something, maybe then return an error message or something like that. Our storage is greater than or equal to 76, and our storage is less than or equal to 100. Return h_zarn times scrap level 3. And now we'll just do that for each one of these. So diamonds, draconic, lithium, uranium, plutonium, and nuclear waste, and then EXP. I don't think there's one for platinum. Oh yeah, there's, never mind, there's one for platinum. So I'll add one more. Okay. Draconic. And each of these resources will have its own, at the final one, have its own, setup for this. In other words, the amount of Zern that you can get on the levels at which that they occur at will not be the same as like with diamonds or with platinum or anything like that. It'll be harder to get more platinum than it will be to get more Zarn. from a wrecked ship. This will also take over the whole pillaging function that I had in the old one. Let me see if I can pull it up here and show you just how crazy it was. I may have to go to the old Space Crusade for it. I think I will have to go to the old one. Planet Bomber. See if I can find it. Definitely not there. For SLN, there it is. This is the 0.4 alpha. So it was in player, because I didn't have a battle thing per se. So player, pillage ship. So you had all these variables here. And then literally this is how it worked. You went through and had everything just done by random like this. And so we're going to be taking, and it's based on tech level instead of just a random. So we're going to be taking well, let's say I still have to do, so 2608, so 2608, 32, uh, 75, so we're going to be taking 667, interesting, lines of code and crushing it down into literally one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9. 9 function calls. That's better than a 90% compression of that function from the from the previous alpha version. That's insane. It just shows how inefficient my coding was back then. I mean, the player class itself was like 20,000 lines long or something. 23,591. That's minus the stuff I've already taken out because I've moved it over to other places. It's actually closer to 25,000. It was just this was just crazy. This is how large it was. But anyway, so Drac get lithium lith H lith. Whoops. Get plat H plat. Get Ura H Ura. Didn't I say Ura or was it Uran? Uran. Okay. Uran. Okay, now this is, okay, so what the hell? This is Ura, but it's Uran for the, no, we need to fix this. Either it needs to be Uran all the way through, or it needs to be Ura all the way through. I'm choosing to go with Euro. We're also going to fix this so that it's correctly set up. So it's set up right now. We got stuff everywhere that doesn't need to be. Wait, what the hell? Class view. What the frick? What happened to my project view? Solution Explorer. I guess I closed it somehow. Oops, I grabbed plat instead of plute. My mistake. Alright, so now it's almost set up correctly. There. Alright, now we got it set up right. Even so, even just arranging these like these, I'm still going to go back through and put them in alphabetical order. So this is just a formality for right now. Get plute H plute. Get N. Is this NW or N waste? N nuke waste. Nuke was, actually. That should be N waste. Nuclear waste. HN waste. Then get CXP. Reward. This is going to be slightly different. We won't need this. But we are going to have a modifier, if you will. Based on the difficulty level, I think. But we won't use it just yet, so let's just comment this out. We'll come back to it later on and add it in. For now, though, we're just going to say return hostile CXP reward. And say to do difficulty scale. Alright, so back to battle processing, back down to the end function here. Alright, so why is this S? It should be R for these. Or just reward. Int R lithium, int R platinum, int R nuclear waste, int reward CXP. And so let's say rewards Obviously these still belong with the part up here. So I do with ship functions, or ship variables. Actually, there. Say ship information, I guess. Not sure why it's needed, but we'll figure it out, I suppose. So, now what we want to do is we did initialize these to 0, I believe, up here. If we didn't, we need to before we do anything else. Okay, no, we didn't. So, reward variables rx equals 0, rr equals 0, rl equals 0, rpl equals 0, ru equals 0, didn't we have an RU there? RUR, Let's take off the R's on this. R plutonium equals 0, Rn waste equals 0, and RCXP equals 0. Alright, so now we got those done. We don't have to worry about that. Now Rx plus equals html.i dot get zarn. R plus equals html dot get rubies. R diamonds plus equals html dot get diamonds. Rd equals plus equals html dot get draconic. RL plus equals html dot get lith. R platinum plus equals html dot get platinum. Uranium html dot get ura. Plutonium plus equals html dot get plutonium. R nuclear waste plus equals html dot get n waste. Then RCXP plus equals html